All right. Hey, everyone. Todd here, internalarchitect.com. And this video, going to tell you about my oncology meeting today and my appointment with Dr. Urquhart and kind of everything that happened there. Got a lot of heavy information, a lot of heavy info on everything that's going on. And it all really everything that's led up from the last week to today was some unexpected stuff, some kind of prepared feelings and stuff for today's meeting. So I wasn't necessarily completely in shock, but I'm finally starting to get to the bottom of some of the breathing issues that I've been having. And it all really, like I said, it all kind of really started to make sense today. So what was my kind of day like? Well, we ended up getting over to the Vale Hospital, the oncology department over there at the Shaw Center, about an hour early. I didn't need to get there so early, but I just wanted to make sure that I got through all the paperwork. I got through just all the admittance stuff, and we just had time, because I think more than anything, I needed it for myself. And my wife and my daughter came with me for support, and they got to it just was a little bit more of a relaxing atmosphere. Probably a little too much, because the girls almost fell asleep in the doctor's room as we were waiting on each nurse, but that's for another one. Once we got through all the paperwork and we ended up talking to the nurses. I talked to a number of nurses, and we just kind of went through my history, my background of what lymphoma was like, and was able to kind of fill them in about some stuff, kind of a couple things that have been going on recently that made kind of their information a little bit easier. And then ended up also meeting with an oncology financial navigator, which was actually really cool. And we kind of talked about this, because the financial side of what is going on right now is insane. Just in the last week, so that you guys know, my total out of pocket whatever is just under $5,100, and that was just for a CT scan and some radiology stuff that I had done last Wednesday. So it's going to be expensive, but that's what was so nice about meeting with the navigator, was to give me a little bit of insight into some programs that are out there that really are helping people. And Colorado has a really good one that I might fit into. So that is absolutely amazing. And then I ended up getting together with my oncologist, my new oncologist, Dr. Urquhart, and we talked about what's going on. Kind of did just check me out real quick. And also we found where there's a couple barely enlarged lymph nodes in my armpit. And that's kind of what we were able to see on the CT scan that we went through. It was cool because, CT scans, if you guys don't know, they're like X-ray images that are layered, and you can kind of work in and out of the body in where it's all scanned at. And you could definitely see there's something going on with my lung. Not 100% sure yet. The next pathology that we're doing is we're going to do some sort of either surgical or a needle biopsy in my armpit to try to get a good sample of this lymph node. And that should help us discover if we're just straight up dealing with lymphoma or maybe something else. We're not 100% sure. So we talked about that. I was open to the fact, and I was ready for the fact that maybe this is a reoccurrence happening. And I think that's where it kind of, I think Dr. Urquhart had a little moment. It's like, well, these guys are taking this way too well. And he knew about my history and everything, but once we kind of were able to talk to him about it, he was like, this makes sense. So yeah, we talked about the CT scan. We saw the stuff in my lung, my upper lung, and some of the lymph nodes in my armpit. I mean, it's kind of unfortunately clear as day. They're not huge, nothing's real big, and it's all pretty small and kind of not spread out too bad. But yeah, I think in that regard we're doing pretty good. Yeah, and we went through everything, and then, it all kind of started to sit in. But at the same time, and I get the same feeling and the same impression as when I was diagnosed last time, that I'm starting to figure out why my breathing is bad. I'm starting to figure out these things, these that is not right. I'm starting to figure out what was wrong with me, and that is, I think, the biggest feeling, the biggest relief. Unfortunately, what might lie ahead here, and we don't know for a fact because I'm not diagnosed 100% yet, but at least we're getting there. And that's where the relief really feels good. So yeah, I'm dealing with a lot of emotions. Fear is a huge one right now because I'm just scared of a lot of the different factors, that go on into your head. I'm really trying to not let my mentality spin out of control right now because just all those feelings, all those emotions, knowing what my future potentially lies in front of me as, and it's just really, it's overwhelming, and it's complicated feelings too. And I think as time's going to kind of go on here, it's going to it's going to unravel itself, and it's going to start working itself through all these feelings, all these emotions. And I just wanted to say that it's going to take some time, all in all, to really process this whole thing. But I feel like I'm on the right path right now. Um, and there's going to be a lot of challenges. There's going to be a lot of who knows what other news I'm going to get. But today was the heaviest part of it all. I'm glad we got it over. I'm glad that I can now kind of start doing a little bit of planning to help not only my work, but my family. And I can kind of get a good game plan for myself, and continuing to put some videos out, because I think it's going to be crucially important to document this journey for you. So that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing. And all the help from all you guys too. So if you have any questions, I know this is kind of a quick one. I had a lot to kind of talk about, and just want to give you a quick experience and share with you kind of how my day went today. It's just, I want to be able to share this as it's happening for you, so that you can, scroll through and figure out where you might be at if you are going through something similar to this, or maybe help bring back some old memories and remember why you are a survivor in the first place, and to remember and understand all this that's going around. So I know, crazy stuff, but just want to say thank you. Yeah, heavy day. And I appreciate your time and energy, and I will see you in the next day or so.